Proposition B is a city charter amendment that would allow members of the Board of Supervisors to have an unspecified number of aides. As it is now, the charter allows each of the 11 members of the Board of Supervisors to have 2 aides. According to the City Controller, the number of staff for the members of the Board of Supervisors would become subject to the normal budgetary and fiscal provisions of the charter through which annual budgets are proposed by the Mayor and revised and approved by the Board of Supervisors. Therefore, it would not in and of itself affect the cost of government. A yes vote means that you want to amend the charter to delete the requirement that each member of the Board of Supervisors have 2 aides. A no vote means that you would not want to make this change.
Hello, my name is Patricia McGovern with the League of Women Voters of San Francisco. I'm here today with Jake McGoldrick, former supervisor of District 1 and proponent of Proposition B. Jake, why do you believe that the voters of San Francisco should vote for Proposition B?
Well, Proposition B just straightens out something that got to be a real mess when I was on the Board of Supervisors. The problem we've had when I was on the board was that we didn't have the proper number of aides in order to assist the people of San Francisco. Someone years ago put a limitation of 2 aides per supervisor, which was just not enough to do the job. They put it in the city charter where it just doesn't even belong there. If you had it somewhere, you'd at least have it in some kind of a thing called a law, not the charter. But what happened was that in the years I was there, every supervisor I knew suffered from the problem of legislative aid burnout. We had people who were working so hard because we didn't have enough assistance. In order to serve the people of San Francisco, we need to have that language out of the charter, vote yes on B, and simply allow, when the budget permits it, allow folks to be able to hire the aides that they need in order to do the job.
If adopted, how will these changes impact the citizens of San Francisco?
Well, the citizens of San Francisco will be so much better served. When I was on the board, I don't know how many times I'd run into people saying, gee, I contacted your office over 5 days ago, over 5 hours ago. You know, the world of email. You're supposed to get an answer in 5 minutes. But even if it's 5 days, it's just too long. And it often happened that we just didn't have enough assistants to do the work. Limiting it to 2 is like cutting the fire department in half. And when one person's absent, one person's sick, or they're on vacation, or they get married and go on a honeymoon. I mean, this is ridiculous to have only 2 aides. When you can have a 3rd aide, which they had for years and years, you'll be able to serve the people of San Francisco in a far better way.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.
I'm now going to ask a few questions of an opponent of Proposition B. I'm now here with Ed Poole, Chair of Citizens for a Better San Francisco and opponent of Proposition B. Ed, why do you believe the citizens of San Francisco should vote against Proposition B?
Recently, the Board of Supervisors passed a budget of $6.6 billion, which meant they had to cut about $500 million from critical city services. We think they're also looking at further cuts of $350 million, which means fewer city services for parks, the elderly, and street care. It makes no sense to have the Board of Supervisors increase their staff at a time when critical city services are being cut. We think the Board of Supervisors in these tough economic times has to learn how to do more with less.
How will these changes impact the citizens of San Francisco?
Based on the budgetary requirements of San Francisco, we believe the Board of Supervisors should be focusing more on city services and not be entitled to an unlimited number of advisors. They're the ones that set the budget. They also are the ones that are going to be hiring their additional staff. At a time when the city already provides the Board of Supervisors with enough aides and other information available to the Board of Supervisors, we believe it makes no sense for San Francisco's. Thank you.
Thanks, Ed. That about sums up Proposition B. If you'd like to learn more about Proposition B or any of the other propositions coming up in this upcoming election, please visit the League of Women Voters website at www.sfvotes.org. And don't forget to vote.